everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Amiza, and today, as you guys can see from the title, we are gonna see some of my favorite go-to methods that I've been doing all this while to fix mistakes in my bullet journal. When I first began bullet journaling, I always wanted to make sure that my spreads were quote-unquote perfect, just like those I saw on Instagram, but mistakes happen to most of us. I remember that I always felt down whenever I made mistakes in my bullet journal. I used to tear off the pages when they didn't turn out as I expected. It wasn't the best solution, I know, but as the years went by, I started to pick up different ways to fix mistakes in bullet journaling so that my spreads are still looking simple and minimal. So today I am gonna share 8 different ways to fix mistakes in bullet journal. The first and most common solution I have, and probably the easiest way to fix small mistakes and typos, is of course to use correction marker or correction pen to white out your mistakes. I've been using this Pentel Extra Fine Point correction pen for this purpose, I think since I was in high school. That's a long way back, but it does the job. It is highly efficient to white out any mistakes or typos I made. Weirdly enough, even though I usually use my pencil first whenever I wanted to draw something in my journal, I still do a lot of mistakes even when I already use pencil. So this is where this correction pen comes in handy. I don't know if you guys can see from this video, although it is quite visible in side view, it is almost invisible in front view, and that makes it perfect for when I wanted to take pictures of my spreads for my Instagram. So to use this correction pen, I just press a little bit and apply it on top of the mistakes or typos that I made. I wait for it to dry completely before I can easily rewrite on top of it. As an alternative, you can also use your white gel pen for this purpose, but I personally don't like to use white gel pen because it is not as effective as I want it to be. I've tried quite a few brands, I think, but most of them didn't give me the result that I want. But I guess it depends on your preference. I've seen some people don't have any problems whatsoever when using white gel pens. I unfortunately am very particular, especially when it comes to fixing mistakes in my bullet journal, because as I said, I want my journal to be as neat as possible. The second method is quite similar with the first one, only this time around, instead of using the correction pen to white out the mistakes, we are gonna use our black pen to black out our mistakes. And what I usually do is I use my silver gel pen to write on top of it. Again, you can also use your white gel pen for this purpose, but I prefer to use this Uniball Signo silver gel pen because I feel like the ink is more opaque compared to the white gel pens that I have. I usually use this method whenever I make typo when writing down the dates, especially in my monthly and weekly spreads. This is suitable for small mistakes because I have a vision for my bullet journal. As I said, everything needs to be neat, every spread needs to be minimal, so I always try to fix mistakes without compromising my overall style. I also use this method whenever I already colored in certain part of my spread, but it didn't turn out as I expected. So the easiest way to cover this up is of course to just black out the part. So for this purpose, I am using my Tombow Fudenosuke soft tip because the tip is smaller compared to the other brush pens, but it is still bigger than the standard fine liner, which helps to get the job done faster. But again, this is just my preference, and depending on the area that you want to cover up, you can also just use your standard fine liner for this purpose. The third method is a bit tricky. I mainly use this method when the second or the previous method is not suitable for my theme, or maybe if I want to add brush pen on the area, but if I use whiteout or correction pen, it would be hard for me to apply brush pen after. So this is where this method is very useful. So for this method, I use this economy glue tape from Plus Japan. It comes in a pack of 3. I've been using this tape since, I don't know, maybe over a year now, but it really does the job. I use this tape to glue a piece of paper on top of the mistake. And for the paper, I usually use the leftover paper I have from my vertical Dutch door layout. This is why I never really throw away the leftover. I usually keep it in the back pocket of my journal. But if you never use Dutch door layout or you never cut out any part of your journal, it's okay. You can also use any piece of white paper or the standard A4 paper for this purpose. This is from my January plan with me video. I did actually use this technique last month because I didn't like the original header that I made, but I can't use correction tape because the area of mistake that I need to cover is a bit big. It won't make my spread looks neat. That was why I opt for this method. The next method is suitable to cover or to fix uneven lines when I draw boxes in my journal. So as you guys probably know, I don't usually use a ruler when I draw lines or boxes in my journal, but sometimes the boxes that I draw have weird uneven lines. So what I like to do is I normally take my Tombow Fudenosuke soft tip to draw drop shadow so that the drop shadow will cover the uneven lines that I made. I usually do this to the boxes I make in my weekly spreads, but I sometimes do this intentionally because I like the effect that the drop shadow gives to my spreads. The next method is suitable to cover some big mistakes in your bullet journal. I mainly use this to cover bleeding in my art journal because I don't usually use a lot of supplies in my bullet journal. But if you do, then maybe you can consider using craft paper to cover your mistakes. As for this method, I kinda just measure the area that I wanted to cover, and then I just tear off the craft paper with my hands, no scissors needed. And by using the glue tape, I just glue this piece on the area that I want to cover. Speaking from my experience, I feel like craft paper usually fits into any theme. It has aesthetic appeal. You can go around and get creative with it. And if you like, you can also add a piece of paper on top of it, so you can still use the page as it was originally intended. The next method is quite similar with the previous one, except that this time around, you use a piece of black paper to cover up the mistakes in your journal. I use this method when the mistakes is at the center of the page and when the craft paper does not fit into my theme. Of course, you can also use your black pen for this purpose. But again, as I mentioned earlier, I want my spreads to be as neat and minimal as possible. And in order for me to achieve that, I need to make sure that whatever method or way that I use to fix my mistakes are suitable, because I believe one solution doesn't always fit all. So for this, after I glued the black paper on top of the area that I want to cover, I went ahead and draw some doodles with the same silver gel pen. The next method is also similar with the previous one, but this is when you make big mistakes, like when you want to cover up the whole page. If I need the page to be used as originally intended, like I want the page to be my tracker page, for example, I will use a piece of dotted paper that I take from another journal, glue it on top of the page, and start over. But if I feel like it's okay, I will just move on to the next page for that purpose. I will use a piece of colored paper just like what I showed to you guys here, glue it on top and turn it into a quote page. Alternatively, you can also print out some designs that you find on the internet and glue the printout on this page. The last method I have for today is when you feel like nothing is working for you anymore, you just can't seem to like it. You tried to fix your mistakes but it just turned out even worse. Trust me, I know how it feels, but this is the beauty of bullet journal. It is exclusively yours. You can do whatever you want with your journal. You can choose to just go with it, but if you can't, take your glue, paste the pages and move on. It is as simple as that. I avoid to use this as much as I can because if I can still save my pages, I will do whatever I can. But if I feel like nothing is working for me at that point, this is my favorite go-to. Mistakes are unavoidable in bullet journaling. Try not to feel frustrated with them because everyone makes mistakes, and what you see on Instagram are already fixed, already edited, and there is no so-called perfect spreads in the world of bullet journal. So the next time you make mistakes in your journal, you can consider some of these methods or ways that I showed to you guys today. You can also opt for washi tapes or stickers or maybe magazine cutouts to fix your journal. But whatever you do, the most important part is to just have fun with your journal. Alright guys, I think that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumb up if you like it. And I would really appreciate it if you can help me grow my channel by subscribing. I will talk to you guys again in my next video. Until then, bye bye.